Here are 7 new App Store games from March 2025. Up first is Resident Evil 3, which made a surprise release on Apple platforms in mid-March. This means Apple gamers now have access to all modern RE games. Resident Evil 3 takes place during the events of Resident Evil 2. You play as Jill Valentine as she tries to survive a zombie outbreak in Raccoon City, and also survive from Umbrella's ultimate secret weapon, the Nemesis. I love the RE3 remake, but I like to think of it more as an expansion of RE2. RE3 is very, very short. The game has pretty much exactly the same performance as RE2. It runs very well. Don't expect, a 60 FPS at very high settings on iPhone. It's much better on iPad, but you're definitely going to be needing to use metal effects to get high frame rates. But on Mac, the game is very, very good. It gets similar performance to the console version on base M series chips. Resident Evil 3 offers a free demo with an in-app purchase of only $9.99 USD right now. It's on sale until the 16th of April. It is available on an iPhone or iPad with an A17 Pro chip or later, or a Mac with an M1 chip or later. Moving on, we have the highly anticipated Mac port of AC Shadows on the App Store. Mac never gets current AAA games on the same day as PC and console, and it's been years and years since we've seen a native Assassin's Creed on Mac, not since AC2 and Brotherhood, I believe. Shadows takes place in 16th century Japan, when the country is heading towards a brutal path to unification, where unrest grows as new coalitions appear and corruptive foreign influences infiltrate the land. Players will experience the intertwined stories of 2 protagonists that have very different playstyles. The game itself is okay, I guess, but there are some massive performance issues with this Mac port. There is no Mac that can actually achieve like 60 FPS at decent settings, which is crazy. So if you don't mind 30 FPS, the game is, it's okay, I guess. AC Shadows costs $69.99 USD, with some slightly questionable in-app purchases. It will be coming to iPad in the future, but I don't know how that's going to be possible. These are the officially supported Macs for the game. Another blockbuster game released on the Mac App Store in March. Control! This is the Ultimate Edition of Control, which contains the main game and all previously released expansions, and it's all in one great package. This port includes HDR, metal effects, and ray tracing. The Mac port is pretty good, getting 60 FPS at 1080p on M4 Max, and even 60 FPS on M1 Max, but at like 720p. The game definitely shines on more powerful Macs like M3 Max or M4 Max or M4 Pro, due to having better support for ray tracing. Although keep in mind, if you opt for ray tracing, just note in some cases performance can drop by like 30 to 50%. Remedy have also confirmed that the game will be coming to Steam for Mac in the future, which is excellent for those who don't want to purchase the game again on the App Store. Control Ultimate Edition costs $39.99 USD. It requires a Mac with an M1 chip or later. After playing the Mac port of Songs of Conquest, I often thought it would work quite well on touchscreen, so I was very happy when Coffee Stain announced it was coming to mobile. Songs of Conquest is a turn-based, tactical fantasy game where you lead powerful magicians called wielders and venture into lands unknown. Wage wars against your enemies, raise your towns and settlements, and explore the perils of the world of Arbor? How do you pronounce this name? Arbor? I don't know. The iPhone and iPad port is pretty good, and it runs at a high resolution on everything. While it does run at 30 FPS on mobile, this isn't an issue as the game doesn't require a super high FPS to be enjoyed. It's also missing controller support, but again, not a big issue for this type of game. I wish it was a universal purchase with the Mac App Store version though. That's a little annoying. Songs of Conquest costs $11.99. It requires an iPhone or an iPad with 4GB or more of RAM. After many delays, Palworld has finally arrived on the Mac App Store. The game was also just updated with crossplay across all platforms. It's still a bummer that the Mac version isn't available on Steam though. I've been playing Palworld a lot this month, and quite a bit with my friend Mac Pro Tips. While it definitely has some performance issues, like the game, it can't get 60 FPS at 1080p medium on my M4 Mac Mini, and that is with metal effects on performance. I actually don't really care that the frame rate's not very good because the game is just so fun, I just kind of forget. We honestly don't really have anything else like Palworld on Mac, so I love it. I love this game. I hope the developer consider bringing the game to iPhone and iPad in the future, but they probably would need to lower the game's requirements quite considerably. Palworld costs $29.99 USD. It is supported on a Mac with an M1 chip or later. Gordian Quest is an epic deck-building RPG inspired by old-school classics, using modern gaming concepts like roguelite elements and turn-based strategic combat. Lead and nurture parties of heroes in this game, forge bonds and discover new skills among them. Guide them to unravel the curses laid upon the lands. This is a fantastic game, and the port here it's alright, it's pretty good. Some of the text is a little hard to read on iPhone, so in many ways I would recommend playing it on an iPad. I like that you can change the resolution and FPS in the game. It can run up to 60 FPS, and it obviously runs fine because it's not a demanding game. Sadly, Gordian Quest does not have controller support, but it's not a big issue for this type of gameplay experience. Gordian Quest offers a free demo with an in-app purchase of $6.99 USD to unlock the full game. It is available on iPhone, iPad, and Mac as the iPad version. Say what you will about Square Enix and their history of mobile ports, but we should all agree that they are at least great at bringing these old RPG games to mobile on a regular basis. So originally released in 1999, for this remaster of SaGa Frontier 2, the game's impressionist watercolor graphics have been upgraded to a higher resolution, giving them a greater sense of warmth and delicacy. With a completely rebuilt UI and a number of new features, the gameplay experience is smoother than ever. Also, new events are here, character growth, enhanced bosses, and more. Square Enix have also added controller support to this mobile port, which is awesome because they often forget to add controller support to their mobile ports, so thank you so much. One complaint with the port is that it doesn't take up the full screen real estate of modern iPhone and iPads. Anyway, if you're interested, SaGa Frontier 2 Remastered costs $28.99 USD. Yeah, it's expensive. It's just what these games, it's just, I don't know, Square Enix always charges a lot for these games. But it's similar to PC and console. It is available on iPhone and iPad. 3 quick bonus games for you. Expelled. This is a great visual storybook where you make choices that lead to different outcomes. In this one, a school prefect has been pushed out of a window and everyone's blaming you. As far as the eye, is a roguelike, turn-based resource management game and is made of procedural situations, natural events, skill trees, and hard choices. Slime 3K is a roguelite bullet heaven set in the Despot game universe. Build a deck of crazy weapons, grow stronger, and devour hordes of pink, puny humans as a murderous jelly blob on a warpath of death, violence, and pretzels? So, what do you think of these new App Store games from March 2025? It was a very packed month for gaming on Mac. I can't remember the last time we saw 4 massive games arrive on Mac in 1 month. So cool. Amazing. Mobile releases were a little slow in March, but we still have some awesome games worth checking out. Anyway, that's all I have to say. My name's Stewie and thanks for watching.